Oh, you must remember this. A kiss is still a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. Hey, everybody. It is Jack Heald, the dad you wish you had. And it is Monday, February the 24th, 2020, the day before my only granddaughter's 5th birthday. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to wishing Elizabeth Ann a happy 5th birthday. Today I'm going to talk about the dynamics of a failed relationship. But before we do that, we're going to start with a toast to the beauty of this present moment. Raise a glass with me. Today I am drinking electrolytes because it was quite the weekend. It's good to be alive. And we have a visitor who's not supposed to be here. All your stuff is outside. The door was locked. The joys of a home office. All right. I've got a little spy here. It's a beautiful thing. So I was on a stream on Twitter for a while here in the last couple of days that had to do with relationship dynamics. And the conversation was driven by a thought that came to me over the weekend as I was visiting with a good friend. He was talking about the relationship dynamics in his own marriage, which is it's an extraordinary marriage. It's exactly the kind of marriage that I hope to have someday. And I realized that relationship dynamics is what would have described the failure of my last long-term relationship. Very briefly, what happened is that I had been in a very difficult marriage for a long time. And the stress of the marriage, the divorce, and 12 years as a road warrior lifestyle had completely beaten me up. I was a broken wreck of a man. When I met this woman, who happened to be an intensive care nurse, and she fell for me, I fell for her, and she nursed me back to health. She was exactly what I needed at the time that I needed it. But the healthier I got, the worse our relationship got. And it got to the point where I was healthy again and our relationship was an absolute wreck. I had difficulty figuring it out for a really long time. Now, one of the things that I said to myself about it is that it was just a relationship that was meant to last for a short period of time, and we thought it was going to last for a long time. But with the idea of relationship dynamics, it makes a lot more sense to me, and I think it will help you as well. In any relationship between two people, particularly a romantic love relationship that you're trying to make a life together, ultimately there's going to have to be somebody who's in charge and somebody who submits to the one who's in charge. Sometimes the phrase dominance and submission is involved. I'm not talking about the BDSM type of dominant submission. I'm just talking about in any team, there's got to be a leader, and there's got to be somebody who follows the leader. There's got to be a person who says the buck stops here. I am ultimately responsible. Now, when I'm a naturally dominant personality, as you probably just saw. But when I was sick, I was simply way too sick to do anything other than do what my nurse girlfriend told me to do. Now, she's a naturally dominant person as well. And in that role, it worked. The relationship dynamics worked because she was in charge, and I just simply did what she said. it wasn't because I was naturally submissive. It was because the circumstances of my health had rendered me a submissive person. I just desperately needed what she was able to offer, and she was more than capable of giving it. But I got well, and when I got well, my natural dominance surfaced again, and that created this incredible conflict that ultimately was never resolved. We just had to end it. It just came to the point where there was no going forward. We had to say goodbye. So if you're looking at a difficult relationship, that's one of the things to look at. What are the relationship dynamics? Is there a natural follower and a natural leader? Or have you got two natural followers, two natural leaders? Those kinds of things are always going to be difficult and frankly may not ever be able to work. I'm Jack Heald, the dad you wish you had. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back tomorrow. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel and follow me on YouTube and Twitter. Talk